your initial reaction when you heard on Showtime that he wants you to fight Lomachenko next without even consulting you?
Talking to me? I felt when I said I was forced into the first title fight, then there you go. There you go. He talking to another fighter without talking to me and that promotional management.
Let's get to it. All right, man. So you guys already know about Shakur Stevenson and Floyd Schofield. This fight look like it's already set. These guys said that it was a done deal, and now they're saying it's going to be for February the 22nd, 2025. Now, as I told you guys before, I see Shakur Stevenson outboxing Kid Austin. Not trying to say that Kid Austin can't box. It's just that the guy is 22 years old, and he's going up against Shakur Stevenson. This is somebody who have way more polished skills than Floyd Schofield. But like I said once before, if Floyd Schofield can catch him with one big shot, it could be lights out for Shakur Stevenson.
He's lying for sure.
Then we also got Gervonta Tank Davis. This fight has officially been rescheduled and now set for March the 1st. This is going to take place not in Houston like the last fight. This one is going to take place in New York. And you guys already know where it is with this one. Listen, Lamont Roach is going to come out good. He's going to come out ready to fight. And he's probably going to win a couple rounds. But Tank going to drag him to the deep waters, just like he did everybody else. Then he's going to put him to sleep. That's just how it goes with Tank Davis. I hope Lamont Roach is ready for that, because definitely what's going to happen. And I can't wait to watch this fight. Champion versus champion. I don't care if they're two different weight classes. And now we got Boots Ennis and Vergil Ortiz. Everybody's talking about Boots Ennis has ducked Vergil Ortiz. But this is what Boots Ennis put on Twitter. He said, I seen the rumors on social media just like y'all did. As far as the fight with me and Vergil, I was unaware that alleged negotiations was being made on my end. From here on out, if it don't come from me and me only, don't believe it. And I will address if I'm staying there at 47 or moving up to 54 at a later date and time. Now listen, me for one, I gotta give him the benefit of the doubt. That's why I showed you guys the first clip at the first beginning of the video of showing Tank saying what he's saying, because even Tank confirmed that sometimes this does happen with certain promoters. Sometimes you can talk about a fight and the fighter have nothing to do with it or don't even know about it. Tank said the same thing happened with him. So I gotta give Jaron Boots Ennis the benefit of the doubt, given the fact that other people said that it has happened to them. Now, for the people saying that, well, he actually did duck, but how? How? When he said that he didn't know. Eddie Hearn also said there wasn't no negotiations. They was talking behind the scenes. That's what Eddie Hearn said. Check this out.
Boots has actually tweeted that he didn't know anything about in terms of negotiations going on.
There's been no negotiations. All we did was receive an offer.
Now, there have been people who said, but he already said that there was negotiating. Check this out.
I mean, look, there's negotiations going on behind the scenes for a potential Ennis against Ortiz fight already in Saudi. Ortiz against Ennis is a massive fight, and he's probably going to take His Excellency to come up with a number to get that in. So we are individually negotiating at the moment regarding that fight. Okay, now listen, if you listen to the whole interview, you'll understand what Eddie Hearn was talking about. He's talking about verbal agreements. Verbal agreements, and that's still considered negotiations. Verbal agreements or verbal negotiations is just one process of it. They still have to put these things on contract, and they have to sign it. Now, when it comes to the actual contract, hey, sometimes you can see something that wasn't agreed on before, and then a fight falls out. So, Vergil's end saying they had agreed to 154 with the verbal negotiations, with the verbal agreements. They agreed to 154, right? Then he's saying when they actually got the contract and they was going over it, then they saw where they had tried to change it and say 147. And that's why Vergil was like, no, this is not what we agreed to. But there's no guarantee that Jaron Boots Ennis is the one who drew up that contract. There's also no evidence that Boots is the one that actually agreed to 54 in the first place. For all we know, he had nothing to do with the contract at all. He probably didn't even know about the verbal negotiations, because according to Eddie Hearn, he don't know if he's ready to drop the bet at 147 or not anyway, because he did say that he want to unify 147. But in his last fight, he said it may be time to go. So everything lines up with what he was saying. He just haven't decided yet.
So therefore, if he just haven't decided if he's going to drop 147 and go to 154, then how are we saying that he's ducking when he haven't even decided nothing yet? Come on, people, make it make sense. Jaron Boots Ennis did not duck Vergil Ortiz, given the fact that he didn't even understand or know what was going on. The only thing he may have heard about is verbal agreements or verbal negotiations. That's all what he may have heard about. So this is not me trying to defend him. This is just saying there hasn't been much evidence to support the fact that you guys are trying to call him a duck.